Good morning, everyone. Today we'll proceed to the decision making process. In the previous lecture video, we have already discussed the meaning of decision making along with the characteristics and nature. Today we'll proceed to decision making process. It is, it is most important part of this chapter. I have picked this chapter purposefully, uh, that is to be explained to you. It is very important chapter as far as your examinations are concerned, specifically, the process of decision making. So please listen to the lecture video carefully and try to understand what is being explained. So first, process, because the process is not a single function that is completed in a single stance. Rather, a number of functions or number of activities is that is to be performed, or that are performed in a proper sequence, uh, which which completes when you perform all the functions in chronology. So it comprises of seven activities, individual activities, and if these seven activities are performed in a proper sequence, in this sequence which is being stated, then the process completes. So decision making comprises of the first step, that is defining the problem. We have studied that decision making that is required at the time when the problem evolves. So while running the business, if new type of problem that arises, for example, the workers goes on strike, then they put, say, different kind of demand before the management committee. In that case, if the nature of demand is not possible for the management to fulfill, in that case, that will act as an example. So problem may relate to the internal factor or the external environment. It may be related to the internal environment or external environment. आंतरिक वातावरण और बाह्य वातावरण दोनों से संबंध हो सकता है इसका. तो सबसे पहले, for effective decision making, first step is to define the problem. As a manager, the problem is clearly stated, what type of problem the organization is facing, and the detailed information that is sought, because the decision is always made based on the information that is collected. Then second step, that is analyzing the problem. Then problem, whatever problem is identified, जिसकी पहचान की गई है, दैट इज़ एनालाइज्ड. इसका विश्लेषण किया जाता है, विस्तार पूर्वक विश्लेषण किया जाता है कि what type of problems it is, whether it is related to internal environment or to the external environment, whether the problem could be controlled fully, or that could be, we could not be controlled. And if the problem is related to external environment, then management, effective management can reduce the intensity of losses. So accordingly, the problem that is analyzed. Then next is development of alternatives for resolving that specific problem. Various alternatives are identified. विकल्पों की पहचान की जाती कि किस किस प्रकार से जो है इस प्रॉब्लम को जो है दूर किया जा सकता है. So the problem, the alternatives that is identified, and say it is effort is made to look for maximum number of alternatives, and the alternatives are, विकल्पों की पहचान की जाती है. Then next is evaluation of alternatives. Evaluation again means analyzing, that means इसका विश्लेषण किया जाता है, इसको evaluate किया जाता है, इसका परीक्षण किया जाता है. We see as a manager, while evaluating the alternative methods to resolve the problem, we see its benefits and its you may say, demerits. Only that alternative is chosen where the number of benefits are maximum, and where the demerits are minimum. So that is considered. So best alternative is chosen. So next step is best alternative is chosen among the available alternatives, and uh, I have told you the criteria. Cost benefit analysis is done. Cost benefit analysis is done. Or you may say uh, the strength and weakness, the strength and weakness of the weakness of that alternative is sought, and only that alternative is selected where the strength is more and the weaknesses are less in number. So that is the criteria for selection of best alternative. So then next is execution of the decision. When the decision that is taken, for example, to resolve a problem, there could be many things, there could be many alternative. You may take an example that uh, you are, say, getting more demand of your product. You have an alternative, say, it is just an example. You may manufacture, you can expand the production capacity of your plant, but you will have to invest lot of money for that. And for example, if the demand is not of permanent nature, if the demand is of temporary nature, you will be in trouble, because you will invest lot of money in your business, and the demand of the product that will last very soon, that means the demand will that will not be continue or for long period of time, then all that investment will go in vain. So in that case, the second alternative is contract manufacturing. Here the quality control department, or say representative, they used to keep a watch, and the contract is given to some other manufacturing unit. That manufacturing unit produces the goods, and according to the requirement and the parameters, the standards set by the parent company, and the parent company which is supposed to fulfill the demand which is existing in the market, having uh, non-permanence in nature. In that case, uh, there are two alternatives: either to invest money and to expand the plant capacity, and the second is to go for uh, job contract. So in that case, second, we'll analyze both the alternatives, and if we analyze and we say that if the demand is not in of permanent nature, it will be better to go for job manufacturing or job contract method, because when the demand will contract and the demand will be reduced, your capital will not be lost. You may end the agreement, and you may put an end to the agreement with the job manufacturer. So this is how you choose it, on the basis of the merits and demerits, and on the basis of the requirement of the organization. Then next is follow up. When decision is made, the managers are not supposed to keep their eyes closed. In that case, they used to follow up, because the decision that relates to future, and future that is uncertain. So if there is any change in external environment, if there is any change in external environment, there is change in external environment, small change can be made in the decisions. So that is the practice of follow up. A close eye is kept on the proceedings which goes on in the market, and if certain changes are to be made in the decision, then that is made. Small changes can be made anytime, but big changes or big decisions when taken, say for example, the organization take a decision to increase the plant capacity of the organization. In that case, the money will be invested, all the plant and machinery will be bought, and that will be installed, then it will not be easy to go for closure of that, because the money is already invested and all the money will go in vain, or that will be wasted. So it is dangerous also. We have studied this point that in the features that it may be negative. We have studied this point in the characteristics. So this is how it can prove to be a dangerous exercise also. So follow up means keeping a close eye on the proceedings that goes on in internal as well as external environment of the organization, and small changes are made according to the changes that goes on. So this is all about decision making process. Please prepare proper notes of this question. There are more than 90% chance that you will get the same question in your examination. So thanks for watching today's video. Have a nice day.